Hi there! A new episode of Fanfiction on Crack is here. It's been a while. I needed a break. I kind of lost interest in reading bad fanfics, but now I'm back. And boy, do I have a story today. It's a Scooby-Doo fanfic. It's called Velma and Scooby's Intimate Adventure by Panther207. It's rated M. Romance, Velma and Scooby-Doo. It has 1,700 words, 24 reviews. It has 54 faves. 54. 24 people follow it. It's complete, and the description is Velma gets to know a different side of Scooby. So there are only two possible things that could happen when I read this fanfic. I haven't read it for the most part, but either it's going to suck so much that I'm going to bang my head against the wall, or it's going to be so hilariously awful that it's probably not going to beat Scooby-Doo and the Trip of Lost by Comic Snakes, but maybe it will come close, and I wouldn't mind if it will come close because I like reading horrible fanfics that make me laugh. They are way better than horrible fanfics that make me want to tear my hair off my head. So, let's begin. Warning, I do not own Scooby-Doo or any of the characters. Thankfully. Here it is, my second story ever. Follow/fave if you enjoy it. Okay gang, we need to split up and get to the bottom of this mystery, said Fred. Seeing at how Shaggy couldn't make it, I'll head down this hallway and look for clues with Daphne. And Velma, you go that way with Scooby. Of course, and probably do more fucking than investigating. Yeah, because the characters totally swear. Well, actually there was ad on Cartoon Network back in what was in the late 90s, early 2000s, where Fred actually was swearing. It was censored, but more than obviously he was swearing. I can show you the ad now if I will find it later on YouTube. Here it is.
You know, throughout the years, a lot of people have asked me, Fred, why the scarf? And I always tell them the same thing. Why don't you mind your own business, pal? I'm a cartoon star. I have more people telling me what I want to wear. So don't be afraid to express your true self. And remember, fashion first.
Velma thought to herself. Daphne and Fred walked down the hallway, leaving Velma alone with Scooby. Okay, Scoop, let's go this way and look for clues, Velma said to Scooby. There seems to be footprints leading down the hallway, which is strange because ghosts don't have feet. Scooby, I think we found our first clue, Velma exclaimed. Scooby jumped up and licked her with excitement, knocking her onto the floor. Scooby, get off, Velma said in between her giggles. Then Scooby did something unexpected and tugged at her orange-red skirt, which dropped to her ankles below her knee-high socks. Scooby! She screamed. No, Scooby, don't lick there, Velma shouted, but it was too late. Scooby drove his long pink wet duck tongue into Velma's shaven tight virgin pussy. It's not laced with alcohol, sadly. Oh, Scooby, she groaned with pleasure. Scooby, this is wrong. We shouldn't be doing this. Despite Velma's words, Scooby continued to probe his tongue deeper and deeper into her hot, wet pussy. This is so wrong. And you're missing a quotation there. Velma thought to herself, but but Davey, Davey, don't you mean that way? Scooby was licking her crotch felt amazing. Of course it did. I mean, in those fanfics, I don't know what kind of strange thing can happen. Everybody's going to enjoy it. Totally. Even though she's getting raped, she has to enjoy it in this fanfic. Oh, somebody kill me. Scooby, your tongue feels so fucking good inside of me. Velma said. Of course it does. How predictable. After getting an approval sort of, Scooby sped up his licking, intensifying the pleasure he was giving Velma. Holy shit, if you keep this up, I'm gonna come, she said in short, choppy breaths. She could hardly breathe. Scooby was so good at eating her out, she stuck 2 of her own fingers into her scooping wet pussy and spread her lips apart, thus allowing Scooby to thrust his tongue even deeper into Velma's cunt. Jesus Christ, this is... It's Scooby! I'm coming! Velma screamed. Her pussy exploded with juices, filling Scooby's mouth and covering his face and the floor with her juices. Oh boy. Isn't bestiality fun? Her whole body shook with pleasure. That was the most intense orgasm she ever had. Even better than the time she masturbated with that 8-inch ripped black dildo. She took a few seconds to bring her body back to normal after the tidal wave of pleasure he felt. Don't you mean she felt? When she opened her eyes, she saw Scooby staring at her with a grin a mile wide. Her eyes then strayed to the giant 10-inch erection hiding behind Scooby's face. She had never seen anything quite this big. Oh my. Well, Scooby, what you just did for me was amazing. But now it's my turn to return the favor. There are no quotations here. So that's kind of a weird sentence there, buddy. But who am I kidding? This is a crack fic. Scooby lied down on his back, and Velma seductively traveled further down the dog's stomach until she reached his throbbing cock. She didn't exactly know where I begin with. It was so long. Interesting sentence there. She took it in her hand and gently started stroking it. Okay. She could feel it throbbing in her hand. It was making her wet again. She sped up her pace, but in the meantime lowered a hand down to her own pussy and started fingering herself. She continued stroking Scooby's cock for a while. She stopped fingering herself and brought her other hand up to his dick. She now had both her hands wrapped around his rock-hard cock. She had now rapidly pumping her fists up and down his entire shaft. Eventually, her desire and curiosity overcame her. She had never really seen a dog's penis before. Yeah, sure. Because dogs totally wear clothes to cover their genitalia. I mean, come on. But as she was stroking his dick, she couldn't help but to slowly lower her head down to the tip of his cock. Yes, it's written like that. To the tip of his cock. Don't you mean to the tip of his cock? Grammar is your best friend. She licked her lips, then placed just the tip of Scooby's dick into her warm, moist mouth. It was an entirely new sensation to her. She ran her tongue over the tip of his dick in circles. And yes, I noticed that I started to talk like that, and I'm going to keep talking like that because this fanfic doesn't deserve a better voice. She took her top hand off his cock and started to fondle and caress his balls. She brought her mouth to his balls and started licking and sucking on them. Enough of that, she thought to herself. While still fondling his balls with her hand, she brought her mouth back to his cock. This time, she went past his tip and started sucking the shaft. Her head bobbed up and down the shaft of Scooby's beautiful giant cock. She was only halfway down, and the tip was already poking at the back of her throat. She even felt something on her pussy. She realized it was Scooby's paw. He was rubbing her pussy as best as he could with his paws, and he was gently running his claws over. Oh, he continued down there, her clit. She realized it was Scooby's paw. He was rubbing her pussy as best as he could with his paws, and he was gently rubbing his claws over her clit. What was the point of this sentence basically repeating what it already said before, sending waves of pleasure through her? It was at this time Velma decided to take his cock all the way into her mouth, of course. She slowly allowed his cock to go deeper and deeper into her throat. She finally reached the base. Velma was doing it. All 10 inches of Scooby's cock were in her mouth and down her throat. She was rapidly deep-throating Scooby, who was helping her out by slightly thrusting his hips, forcing his cock as deep into Velma's throat as it could go. Oh my god, my childhood. Good thing I kind of got over it, Scooby-Doo. But don't you dare write a fanfic about Joycey and the Pussycats. I always preferred that over Scooby-Doo by a mile. He let out a slight whimper, indicating that he could no longer handle the intense pleasure of Velma's mouth sliding repeatedly up and down his entire cock, and that he was close. Why did you finish the sentence there? And that he was close. Makes no sense. But then again, considering what I'm reading, I shouldn't be surprised. Really. Meanwhile, Velma was close to climaxing. She shoved 2 fingers deep into her tight hot cunt. And yes, it was written like that. Forcing Scooby's paw out of the way. Very shortly after they both let out intense groan. Scooby shot what seems like gallons of his hot, creamy white cum down Velma's. Who the fuck is Velma's? Throat and deep into her stomach. Velma's felt he cock swell, but managed to swallow all his gooey cum. She herself had climaxed simultaneously. She removed her mouth to reveal Scooby's shiny spit-covered cock. What the fuck am I reading? Oh my god. Yes, I probably made a really strange face right now. And the glasses makes this even harder. Oh, great. Velma was thinking to herself, holy shit, I just deep-throated his cock, and I'm so fucking turned on! She snapped out of her thought bubble to find Scooby's cock, the one that just came in her mouth, rock hard and ready to fuck. Yeah, it doesn't work like that, sweetheart. Once an erection comes and you ejaculate, yeah, it takes a little bit. It's good if you want to have longer sex if you masturbate earlier before that, because then you have a longer erection. But no, it doesn't work like that. You cannot just have shut something out and then expect that you will have a hard cock for I don't know how much longer. Nope. Ugh. I inserted way too much logic into this, and I never thought that I'm going to talk about something like this on this channel. But oh well! Wow, Scooby! That was really fucking hot, and you're ready to go so soon! I loved deep throating you, but now I think it's time to go further. Oh, great! Oh, great! Oh, great! She got down on all four knees. She got down on all four knees. Four. Four. Four as in for that. Signaling for Scooby to enter her. Now keep in mind, Scooby, that all I know about sex has come from watching porn. Oh dear God. Kids, if you're virgins, don't just study porn for how sex goes. It doesn't really intimate sex with somebody you actually care about. It's not like that at all. So don't expect a girl or a guy or I don't know who you want to fuck to behave just like they do in the freaking pornos. Just a life lesson there. I'm still a virgin, so take it easy, okay? Scooby nodded, understanding her. But then Scooby all at once thrusted all 10 inches into Velma, breaking her hymen in 1/5 thrust. Oh boy, it's going to get even juicier. Velma screamed with pain. Scooby! What the fuck? I told you to be gentle! But Scooby was having none of it. Despite feeling in immense pain, Velma's body responded positively to Scooby's cock in her cunt. Her pussy started to get wetter and wetter. Scooby kept on slamming his enormous cock into Velma. The sound of his balls hitting her cunt was not only loud, but a huge turn on for both of them. The pain started to get replaced with pleasure. Of course. Of course it did. Scooby was being extremely rough with her, but she loved it. Scooby then made the decision to slap Velma's ass hard. Velma screamed again with pleasure. More, Scooby! Slap my ass harder, please! I'm begging you! Scooby then started to violently slap her ass, leaving red marks on both her cheeks. Scooby decided to switch positions. Velma lay down on her back, and Scooby entered her again, and once again slamming all 10 inches into her tight virgin cunt. It was no longer virgin, you moron! You broke her hymen just a few sentences before. He then reached down and started playing with her size 34C tits. Oh yeah, Scooby, you like playing with my tits, huh? Yeah, I can totally imagine Velma talking like this. Yeah, fucking grab my tits, Velma said in a commanding voice. Yeah, she totally would. Scooby was playing with Velma's tits when he then grabbed her nipples and started tugging on them. Holy shit, yes! Fucking pull harder, oh yes, fuck my cunt! Screamed Velma. Scooby lowered his mouth to her left nipple and bit down on it hard. At that moment, Nice typo there, buddy. Velma came for the third time that night. Oh my god, Scooby, you're so fucking good at this. Scooby flipped her again back into doggy style. He was still fucking her brutally, but she loved it. Scooby licked his paw and then inserted, or at least tried to insert it, part of it into her incredibly tight asshole. Yeah, the entire paw up the asshole. Oh, Scooby, that feels amazing. Keep doing that, Velma said in between moans. He then brought his tongue down to replace his finger. Velma thought he was trying to make it more pleasurable for her, but little did she know he was lubing her tight little ass for the anal fuck of a lifetime. Oh boy. Oh, Scooby, your tongue feels so good in my asshole. Yeah, I kind of look crazy now, don't I? Probably. Wait, Scooby. Wait! You stop fucking me! Put it back in! Scooby then proceeded to slam his cock straight into her ass. It was almost too tight for him to enter, but he pushed and fit the whole thing into Velma's tight, hot ass. Velma had the same reaction to his penetration of her ass as she did when he first fucked her pussy, but Scooby was relentless. He kept slamming and slamming his cock into her cute little virgin ass. Velma shoved 4 of her fingers into no longer virgin pussy. Scooby reached around her back and started tugging her nipples again. Oh my god, Scooby, I think I'm gonna come! Oh shit, yes! Velma screamed. When Velma climaxed, her asshole tightened around Scooby's cock. The sensation of her hot asshole gripping his cock caused him to come. Even more than the first time, Scooby's cum shot out of his sides of Velma's ass. He pulled out of her ass the last few drops of cum dribbled out of his dick. Velma turned around, took his cock in her mouth, and then sucked the rest of her cum off. Velma loved the taste of the combination of her pussy, asshole, and Scooby's cum. She sucked his dick to get all the juices off and then said to him, "You know, you may be a dick when it comes to listening, but you seriously know how to fuck, Scooby-Doo." So apparently Scooby-Doo knows how to fuck Scooby-Doo. At least, considering how the author of this fanfic wrote this fanfic. Oh, great. And this is the end, by the way. Oh my god. Well, this was surely quite an interesting ride. And, yeah, it doesn't come even close to the hilarity of Comics Next, because it was just a little bit too much for me. And I'm not turned into bestiality because it's fucking disgusting. But apparently quite a lot of people are, because 54 people decided to fave this story. And it has a lot of positive reviews. Seriously, people, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, what the actual fuck? Let's see what the next fanfic is going to be. Well, the link is definitely promising because it has VIP archive. That means it probably no longer exists, so the author had to search and find it. Well, probably got removed, so it means it's quite horrible. So let's click on the fanfic and see what it is. Fuck you! Seriously, fuck the person who sent this stupid fanfic to me! Anyway, I'm going to read that fanfic probably tomorrow, or maybe even later today. And it's going to be uploaded when it's going to be uploaded. Till then, bye. Scooby shot what seems like gallons of his hot. Sorry.